Welcome, everybody. Trainwreck Podcast, episode 61. Guess who's the winner of the TTWP Bowl? This guy right here. Cowboys beat the Raiders. What was it? 27-13. My kicker's the greatest to ever do it. Suck it.
All right. Calm down. Your kicker has one good game, while our kicker has been one of the best kickers in the league for years.
My kicker didn't miss a single kick last year. Had the most kicks ever to start off a career.
All right, calm down. Calm down with the cowboy glazing.
Pro Bowler, All-Pro. Should have the record for the longest field goal ever. Like, hell, a stat like that in the preseason should count. Like, it should be in the record books. And his is more impressive because unlike Justin Tucker, he didn't have to bounce it off the crossbar for it to go in. He was just clean through. It would have been good from 72 yards. Acknowledge him.
All right, calm down.
I'm not calming down.
All week. We both can agree we have two of the best kickers in the league. How about that?
But I have the best. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Whatever.
And your guys' starting quarterback looked like shit against my second string defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, like, right after that, they announced Gardner Minshew as the starter, and I'm like, really? After that game? Like, he barely completed 50% of his passes out because he was, 11 for 23? He had that one deep ball, but he had, 2 or 3 passes that should have been pick sixes, and if he was playing against, Deron Bland and Trayvon Diggs and people like that, they would have been pick sixes.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, because I watched that game start.
I think it's more the play calling more than him, to be honest.
So
I think it's the wrong play calling.
You guys have a new offensive coordinator, right?
Yeah, the guy came from the Bears.
Yeah, and he sucks. I don't know. You guys have the talent, but I just don't feel like it's going to be executed well. Zamir White did look good. He had that big, long run. I don't know why you guys signed Alexander Madison after the year he had last year with the Vikings. He sucks.
I think he's more like a situational 3rd-and-1 guy.
I guess, but
he moves like that bulk.
He moves like Ezekiel Elliott.
I think he's a little bit faster. Give him some credit.
I'm not giving him any credit. He screwed over my fantasy team last year. Fuck that guy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
you have him in your fantasy. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. So, yeah, no. I'm not giving him any credit because I stuck with him through 10 weeks last season. And, yeah, you can bet your ass he ain't going anywhere near my team. Actually, I'm wondering who I'm going to pick this year. 6th overall pick. I mean, I'm in an interesting position.
Me too, because I'm second from last.
I know who you're going to pick.
Honestly, I really don't know.
I trust me, I know. I know who you're going to pick.
I'm debating to get have a good a really good wide receivers available, or at least a decent quarterback. I don't know. That's future Drew's problem.
See, so I'm picking 3rd? I thought I was picking 6th. Oh, that was the one, the second to... Yeah, that was the second to last draft where I was picking 6th. Yeah, no, I'm picking 3rd. Ooh. Well, my possibilities just opened up way more because I thought I was picking at 6th.
Oh, I'm picking 10th. I thought I was picking 11th. Shit.
Yeah, because you and Zach are 2 of the last 3 picks, and I don't know who Bend Over is. Trevor's picking at what?
Ain't that Zach's dad or something?
I have no idea. Trevor's the one that's picking at 6th. He's in a good spot. Last year's champion, he's picking 5th, which kind of sucks. I know when
me and him had a really tight match.
The championship game last year was him and Trevor, right? And you lost him the round before that.
Oh yeah, it was Trevor.
Yeah.
That's right. Because Trevor started people 30 to 40 points each. I was like, fuck.
And using sleepers websites sucks. It's way easier to use the app. Way easier to find stuff. Because, yeah, I can look at, like, the league history and see what happened last year. I'm excited for fantasy football, though, just because it feels like that's what I got to look forward to other than the Cowboys, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Zach's dad. That's who won it last year. And, yeah, he won 149, 108. He had Jordan Love, who had 34 points, CeeDee Lamb, who had 40 points, because that was the game he exploded against the Lions on Saturday night. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb is who won him that game. Trevor, he had Kyron Williams, who had 30 points, and Baker Mayfield, who had 22, and then Amari Cooper gave him 0 points because I think he was hurt.
Rip.
Yeah. The round before that, yeah, Zach's dad barely beat him because it was him and Zach in the second round, and he beat him by 6 points. And then Trevor destroyed you 174 to 133.
All right, I'm coming back with a vengeance.
Because let's see, you had Patrick Mahomes. He had 14 points. You didn't have anyone go over 20. The closest he had was Joe Mixon. He had 18 points. And then
I started off strong the start of the season, but I started slowing down at the end.
I'm winning the league this year. You guys can just already accept that. I'm winning the league, and the Cowboys are winning the Super Bowl.
Didn't you say that last year when you drafted Trevor Lawrence?
Shut up. I fell into the hype that he was going to have like an MVP season. Said no, he fucking sucked major ass.
He really did.
Yeah.
And Cal really was even worse.
I know I'm not drafting him. I have an idea who I'm going to draft this year, depending on who's available in the second round. But, man, third overall, I'm really going to have to think about that now.
So who would be the first one to take Patrick Mahomes, you think?
You.
Me?
Yeah, that's who I
at the bottom?
Yeah, since you're picking 10th, I figured you're probably going to take him because you've done that before where you've picked at the bottom of the round and took Patrick Mahomes.
No, I was the second pick, remember? I was the first or second last year.
But the year before that, you took Mahomes.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't take... Oh, yeah, I did. You're right.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. I remember that because I was like, why the fuck did you take a quarterback in the first round? But I don't know. I did a mock draft the other day, but I also did that when I thought I was picking from 6th. So now I'm like, now I got to rethink my whole strategy.
Yeah, I might do that tonight after the podcast.
Well, because it feels like the consensus number one pick is either going to be Tyreek Hill or CeeDee Lamb, but CeeDee Lamb hasn't reported to the Cowboys, you know? So he feels like the most risky pick, you know, or Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, fuck, even Derrick Henry. Yeah. I can see Lamar Jackson in a way.
Mm.
You know, the best running back in the league.
Yeah. I know what quarterback I want, but I ain't saying shit. I ain't giving away my strategy. You'll be mine soon, Dak. I mean, Dak is like one of the top quarterbacks in fantasy this year.
I mean, that's if he stays healthy this season. It's already looking scared for you.
I know, that's the thing. Like, what I say, he wouldn't make it past like week 10.
Yeah.
I mean, with his ankle bugging him, like,
hey, that same ankle.
Yeah, happens. Same one. Yeah, same one that broke. And like, if he's having issues with it now, and he hasn't even played a real game yet, and I'm like, dude, my ankle still hurts, and I don't play football.
Is he gonna pull like an Aaron Rodgers first snap gone?
I hope not, but you know what? Like, I'm kind of glad. Well, Trey Lance did have a pretty good game against the Raiders, but he hasn't looked like that impressive. He still can't throw deep. I really hope he continues to
now take that to salt of grain. That was the second string, third stringers.
But he also didn't look good against the Rams either.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping he continues not looking good because it'll quiet these stupid ass Cowboys fans that say Trey Lance should take the starting job from Dak Prescott next year if Dak isn't on the team. I do want to mention your guys' bitch ass corner, Jack Jones, talking shit to our like 9th string receiver and then getting scored on. Isn't he one of your guys' starters?
Yeah.
Yeah. That dude should be running extra laps in practice this week. Because he was doing that to a dude who's not going to make the team and then got scored on by him.
Yeah, let's don't talk about that.
How are you feeling about your team after that game?
I think we'll still have a decent season. I don't think we're not making the playoffs for sure.
Are you more concerned about your quarterbacks after seeing how Minshew played? And I mean, O'Connell didn't look that bad, but he was also playing against 3rd and 4th string Cowboys,
I mean, yeah, I am kind of worried about the quarterback situation. Like, to me, they shouldn't have had O'Connell started.
They should have had O'Connell start. Because, like, Minshew, he had 95 yards, but he had, like, 47 of them on that one throw, So in that, he really didn't, like, get to push the ball downfield. Did O'Connell show, like, any running ability last year? I thought he did. Like, limited?
Very limited.
Because he kind of runs like your drunk uncle on 4th of July,
I mean, he does have legs, but his arms is the thing, basically.
Mm-hmm.
How do you describe it? It's like Tony Romo, if make sense to you.
I guess, kind of. I mean, I remember people comparing him to Romo.
Yeah.
We're talking about AOC, right?
Yeah, AOC. Like, he only uses his legs like during like dire situations, and so yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's gonna be an interesting season. I don't think really either of us feel good about our team coming out of that, but
no.
But all right, we've talked about our teams. We talked about fantasy football. Let's get into what this episode's about: division predictions. One thing, actually, I do want to give a shout out to Tay last week on last week's episode. Tay did a really good job. Thought that episode was phenomenal. I've gotten a lot of love back on it with people who shared the episode too. So if you're a new listener, thank you very much. If you decided to stick around. The episodes with guests are a lot of fun. We were supposed to have a guest tonight, didn't work out, so it's me and Daddy doing our predictions tonight. So we're probably gonna have a lot of predictions we agree on. If you guys have been keeping up with my YouTube channel, you've seen I've been uploading shorts of me predicting division winners. I've uploaded 2 predicting the NFC West and NFC East. So you guys kind of already know my perspective on it, but we'll get Drew's perspective on it, and I'll add some commentary on it. So what division you want to start with? You want to start with yours?
You know what? Let's start with the AFC North.
Dude, so I've recorded all the divisions except that one because I don't know. It's such a hard division. everyone had a winning record last year. It's like, okay, the Steelers aren't going to win it. That's like the number one thing I can say. Like, the Steelers aren't going to win it. Like, if I had to pick a team to finish last, they'll finish last, but still be like 9-8. To me, it's like the Browns are really good, but I don't think they're better than the Ravens. And then, like, the Bengals, it really just depends on Joe Burrow. And, I mean, that's the question every year. If I had to make a predictions video, and this is going to be really hard for me to make a short into 1 minute,
Yeah.
I feel my heart says the Bengals. And then I'd probably go the Ravens and the Browns. And the Steelers' last place is the easiest one to me.
So with mine, I'll probably go with the Ravens because, they have two really good running backs. But their problem is they don't have a quarterback. The joke would never die. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, if they get down like more than 14 points, I just don't have faith in Lamar Jackson to bring him back,
Yeah, but the thing is, they have fucking Derrick Henry. You cannot deny that.
That don't matter if you're playing against the clock, though.
Yeah, true. But like I said, you can't really deny Derrick Henry or the John Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably go with the Ravens and Bengals, Browns, and Steelers.
Yeah, like I think it's easy to predict the Steelers in last. Like their O-line hasn't looked good. Russell Wilson hasn't looked good. Justin Fields hasn't looked good. George Pickens, like I feel like he's going to be very frustrated this year.
George Pickens is like right now, in my opinion, he's like the number one guy for them, but he's the number two guy for someone else.
Yeah, like I like Pickens, but he's not like in my top 5 receivers.
Yeah.
And heck, he's barely.
And the biggest problem for the Browns is Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
as their biggest problem.
If they're lucky, he gets hurt again this year, and but then again, their backup is Jameis Winston, so it's not that much better. At least women feel safe in the Browns locker room with those two around.
For real, dude.
Yeah,
they took the women hating club to the heart.
Yeah, they're the most respectful guys you can think of. Kind of guys you want your daughter to marry.
Oh my fucking god! Where's the damn gun? I got 3 balls of Crown close to me right now.
Ooh, dude, I almost bought Crown the other night, but I went with Jack instead.
I got caramel, apple, and peach right now.
See, I really thought about. I saw that Crown apple, and I thought of you. I really thought about buying it, but I just didn't want to.
So good.
I just didn't want to drink straight whiskey. I was like, dude, like a Crown or Jack and Coke. This sounded so fucking good, dude. And so I just didn't want to drink straight whiskey.
Like an old classic cream soda.
I don't really like it, that stuff.
I mean, so basically, what I do every once in a while, I just grab a can of Sprite and a Crown Apple and mix together. It kind of tastes like an old fashioned cream soda.
See, I thought about that because I like Sprite. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it. We'll get done with this episode before the liquor store closes. But yeah, like because the Crown Vanilla is so good, dude. Like, so I need to try the other Crowns. I actually probably want to try the peach the most because I had some peach Busch Light, and that stuff is some of the best beer I've ever had.
You never had Crown Peach?
No, I've only had Crown.
That's God sent from heaven.
I've only had Crown regular and Crown Vanilla.
Oh, okay.
One of these days, I need to. You know how many bags of like the Crown bags my dad has? Like, whenever he goes out to the golf course, he just picks up golf balls that got like shot into the woods and stuff. That way, he doesn't have to buy new ones. He has like 4 Crown bags full of golf balls, and he has like a bunch of empty ones in the back of his truck for whenever he goes golfing.
So right now, I have 20 bags.
God. What are you saving them for?
Just
for when we go golfing.
Collect them like Pokemon cards, baby.
I know. If we ever go golfing, I need to hit him up actually and be like, "Hey, can I borrow a bag of your balls, please?"
Well, don't take it the wrong way, Dad.
Yeah. Well, at that golf course, you can get like a bucket of them for like $5.
A bucket for $5? That's actually a really good deal.
Dude, that golf course is so damn cheap, dude. Like I told you, like me, my dad, my stepmom, my sister, and my stepmom's dad all went, and it was less than $100.
Shit, after I get my car tag paid, might hit up you and see if we can go.
Yeah, I need to call them, and because last time I went, they had some left-handed clubs you could rent, and I might do that because I need left-handed clubs.
Same.
Oh, you're left-handed too?
Yeah, I'm left-handed.
Huh? Because like I want to buy a set, but God, they're so expensive, dude, and like buying them online really isn't a smart idea because like for me, since I'm not that tall, I'd have to get them fitted, you know, and doing that online just isn't smart. But I mean, like I've swung my dad's golf club a few times, and he's a few inches taller than me, and he's right-handed, and I get some good swings on it, especially since I don't ever play golf, you know.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, maybe we'll go mini golfing just to test it out before we go pro.
Oh my god.
Like instead of going bowling like we did with Adam, we'll all go mini golfing and push there's like a pond there, we can push Adam in it.
Oh, that goes smell crown, baby.
Like if he starts talking shit like he did when we were bowling, you can just push him in the pond.
I know that. I know for a fact he can't swim, so it'd be good for us.
Yeah. Dude, I took a girl there on a date a couple weeks ago. Actually, it's probably like 2 months ago now I think about it. And they have this really tall hill at the mini golf course, and she could not shoot over it. And I'm like, cool, I get a chance to show off to this chick. And so then I tried to hit over it for her, and I couldn't either. And I was like, why the fuck they make this so hard? And then I finally just went, boom, and just smacked it and hit it off the course. And I was like, I'll go grab it. And I like launched it like near the fence. But I was like, hey, I got it over the hill.
You know, it'd be the worst thing in the world.
What?
Live in a golf course neighborhood.
Oh God. Well, so that house, have I ever showed you the old house me and my mom used to live?
No.
It's one of these days when we're hanging out, I'll show you. But it's near like the top hill on Pine, like the very top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we used to live up there, and that business right there, that industrial area, the guys there would use that as a driving range. And so they would shoot golf clubs or golf balls into our yard all the time. Because it got my mom really mad because she was worried about them breaking a window, or we had like a lot of big animals and stuff on that property because it was a lot of property.
Yeah.
So she was worried about one of them eating one. Yeah, one of these days I'll have to show you. It's a beautiful house. It's kind of run down now, but if I ever have like the money, I want to rebuy it because it had like 5 bedrooms, dude, and a lot of land. And they got it during the housing crisis, and so they got it for pretty cheap. So I know that wouldn't happen now unless we get another housing crash. Here's hoping. But we should probably get back to predictions.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
AFC East, I think the Bills are going to win it. The Dolphins, I think they'll probably finish in second place. They'll start strong like they always do and then shit the bed. Jets, not a believer in them. I don't think Aaron Rodgers makes it through the whole season, honestly. And then I will probably go with the Patriots to finish last because they have one of the worst rosters in the league.
So with mine, I'll probably go with the Bills. Then I'll go with the Dolphins because the greatest 80 degrees is below 72 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Jets because, like you said, I really don't believe Aaron's going to survive the season again. He'll play 3 games and injure his pussy. Then I'll go to Patriots because their starting quarterback looks like shit, and it looks like their 6th-rounder looks better.
They just have the worst roster you can think of, like all around.
Like the only guy I remotely know that roster was Matthew Judon, but he got traded, so I don't know nobody now.
That's how you know they're tanking.
Or they could pull it Arizona Cardinals drafting their quarterback.
Yeah,
That'd be hilarious.
Then the West, or actually, we'll save the West for last. The South, the Texans, obviously. I think the Titans could really make a strong run for second place. And then, but I think the Jaguars will probably do it. Like I would pick them in second place. But the Titans, I think, can give them a strong run, and they'll be like a very close third. And I mean, the Colts, I'd like them a lot. I don't know. I feel like they're due for a regression. Like they were way above expectations last year because I thought they were going to be like one of the worst teams in the league last year. Now I don't think they'll be like one of the worst teams in the league last year or next year, but I think they'll be mediocre and probably finish last. It'll be a very close division, but the Texans are going to blow them all out the water. I mean, the Texans are going to be one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah. My number one pick would be the Texans. And 2 would be the Titans. And with the Titans, is really going to be dependent on Will Levis. So he's going to have a sophomore slump or not. Number 3, I'm going with the Colts. Because I am not a huge believer of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, like, I'm not either. I just feel like Doug Peterson has to do something, or else he's going to get fired after this year.
And yeah, number 4 is Jacksonville, and if I will give a bold prediction, they'll probably go maybe only win 6 games.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it. It's just it's a tough division to predict, honestly. Like thinking it over, you know.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about like re-recording that video and putting the Jags in last place. And then the West, Chiefs, obviously. I think you guys are going to finish second. The Broncos probably third, because I think Bo Nix is showing a lot of promise. And the Chargers, like, they got no receivers, dude. So it's hard to predict them, like, being in, anywhere but last place. Because it's also like, yeah, you want to run the ball a lot, but what are you going to do when you're down?
So you got to realize when in that division, it's like you have the Chiefs with a good D-line, us with a good D-line, and Broncos somewhat decent run D-line.
They have a good defense, yeah.
Well, cool, we have a good running back, but what about the wide receivers?
I just can't wait to post that video and piss off all the Chargers fans like last year. Yeah.
So it pains me to say it. I think it's gonna be the Chiefs going to win it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to run a tight race between the Raiders and Broncos, but I say Raiders is second, Broncos third, and Chiefs in fourth. I mean, that Chargers in fourth. Sorry, I totally forgot Chargers were a thing again.
I don't blame you. I mean, I like Jim Harbaugh, and I think he will be a good coach there, and they will be a good team in a couple years. It's just not going to be this year.
No.
And like looking at their schedule, I mean, their schedule is honestly kind of easy. Like, they play you guys like the division 6 times, but then they play the Panthers, they play the Steelers, the Cardinals, the Saints, the Browns will kick the shit out of them. The Titans, Falcons, Buccaneers, Patriots. They could probably win like 6 or 7 games.
I'll probably say 7 at max. But like I said, Charger fans are not real, and Chargers is just a delusion from the government.
But yeah, NFC North, let's get into these predictions. I posted, or no, I haven't, actually. That's going to be up tomorrow, actually, the NFC North. I got the Lions winning the division. I think they're still going to be one of the best teams in the league. The Packers are going to be a very close second, though. The Packers have so much talent. They just don't have receivers. That's their problem. But, I mean, they're really good. You know, they were one of the biggest shock teams last year. Third place, I think the Bears are going to be in third place because I like what I'm seeing from Caleb Williams. They have a really good roster, but it's not going to be enough to overtake Green Bay and Detroit. But I could definitely see the Bears being a wild card team. And if the Vikings are going to start Sam Darnold, they are going to finish last by a country mile, dude. Like, I was texting our buddy Trevor. I really think they should start Jaron Hall and see what they have in him. They drafted him. I know he didn't really have a good game, because I think he played like one game and then he got benched for Josh Dobbs, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe he got hurt. But I think they should see what they have in him, because Sam Darnold's a fucking loser, dude. Like, I don't get why he keeps getting chances. Like, I mean, before J.J. McCarthy got hurt, I would still probably had picked them to be in last place, but now they're like gonna be in last by a lot. Sorry, Trevor.
All right, so I think the Lions are going to be the first, obviously. They're like one of the best teams in the league. Second, I'm going with the Packers. Now, the thing with the Packers is if they're going to get the full season rushing leader, Josh Jacobs, or get the same problem we had. It's like minimum effort in somewhat 8 games.
Mm-hmm.
But even still, they'll probably be a second place and make it to the playoffs for sure. Third place is the Bears. I mean, yeah, he's showing some flashes. He's good. Caleb Williams been good, but I'm not a huge believer. It probably is me being salty about him leaving Oklahoma. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like we were talking about last week in the group chat, like he doesn't really have to do a lot because that team around him is good. Like he can honestly just be a game manager.
Gotta be like Joe Flacco 2.0. Yeah, in the last place is the Vikings. They have nothing going good for them.
Yeah.
Like, good majority of Ross is hurt and, like, in trouble with the law. And not only that, their rookie quarterback's injured.
Yeah, I mean, they just keep getting injured. Like Jordan Addison, I think he's fine now, but I know he got hurt. And someone thinks, like, Tom Grossi put a curse on the Vikings or something.
And, you know, Sam Darnold's going to keep seeing ghosts.
Yeah. And he can't throw. He sucks.
I think the only reason people still give him a chance is because he is a former first round. That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah. But, I mean, hell, look at Trey Lance. He doesn't get the same opportunities Sam Darnold does. And I think they both are former, like, number 3 overall picks. Or Sam Darnold might be number 2, actually. I don't know. I remember when he got drafted, I was like, he's going to suck.
He's going to be the typical Jets quarterback, and you know what? We were right.
They are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. Yeah, he was the 3rd overall pick in the 2018 draft. He went after Baker Mayfield and Saquon Barkley.
That was a good draft because I saw my boy Baker go to the 1st overall to the worst team.
I like looking at this, how 7 of the 8 picks are Pro Bowl selections except him. 7 of the first 8. Yeah, Baker Mayfield, Saquon Barkley, Denzel Ward, Bradley Chubb, Quentin Nelson, Josh Allen, Roquan Smith.
That was such a loaded draft. Not gonna lie.
I know, and we didn't even have a first-round pick that year. Oh, yeah, no, we did. We got Leighton Vander Esch. It was the next year we didn't have a pick because that was for Amari Cooper. Who'd you guys pick? Colton Miller.
Becoming like the one of the best left tackles in the game right now. Becoming.
Only missed 2 starts for you guys.
He's aging like fine wine. Each year he keeps improving.
All right, let's move over to the West. I feel like this is kind of easy. It's easy. 49ers are going to be number 1, obviously. I got the Rams at number 2. I like how they looked last year. I thought they were going to suck last year, and they proved me wrong. And then I I think the Seahawks are due for a regression with a new head coach and all that, and like they've been better than expected the last 2 years with Geno Smith, but I feel like that insanity run has to end, and like I said, rookie head coach, and then the Cardinals. It's not like they're not a bad team, really. They're not a good team, but they don't suck. But someone's got to finish last, and it's them.
So, yeah, for me, obviously, the 49ers. There's no arguing about that. They have one of the best rosters in the league and one of the oldest rosters in the league. 2, it's going to be the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
They like, I thought they were going to suck too. And I was pretty sure that it would be like a top 5 draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
And they turned out, going to wild card. No, what's the wild card?
The Rams?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they lost to the Lions.
Yeah, so yeah, they went to the wild card, so they did way better than I thought.
And it was a close game against the Lions.
Yeah.
They only lost by like 3, I think.
This might be a little controversial. Number 3, I'm going to say the Cardinals.
I mean, I can see it. I think I can see it,
It's like they should have a full year of Kyler Murray, and the roster's improved, and overall, the team looks better than last year. And number 4, I'm going to say the Seahawks. I'm pretty sure the hype train for Geno Smith is gone over. He's going to regress bad, and then new rookie head coach and all that. And, yeah, it was a short, sweet, bitter victory for Geno, but it's got to end.
Yeah, because I think his contract's up after this year. So I feel like they're ready to move on. I feel like they got a contingency plan with Sam Darnold. Or not Sam Darnold, Sam Howell.
Yeah, Sam Howell.
So I feel like there's a reason they traded for him, Because
he showed potential. If they start sucking with Geno, they should start Sam.
Then we'll do the South. This division's going to be kind of like the AFC South, actually, to me. Like, it's going to be close at the top, or close, like, all together, but more close at the top. Because I think the Buccaneers barely win it, and then the Falcons are, like, right behind them. And I do like the Falcons. I like Kirk Cousins being there, I feel like they're going to have a offensive explosion. But, I mean, Tampa kept their whole team together, dude, and that's really hard to do, but it gives them a chance to build on the chemistry. And so I got them as a slight first place finish. Falcons 2. I actually think the Panthers might finish 3. In my video, I said I had the Saints, but I could see the Panthers just because Derek Carr has not been looking good. And a lot of people think Dennis Allen's going to be the first head coach fired.
Yeah.
I'll go with the Panthers at 3 and the Saints at 4.
There was a reason why we fired him.
Yeah. Yeah, because he started 0-4 that one year?
Yep. After that, we did way better.
He's a great coordinator, just not a good head coach.
Yeah. All right. So, this is tough because the Falcons and the Buccaneers are really identical. As much as I want to say the Buccaneers, I'm going to say the Falcons because I do believe Big Kirko is kind of has a slight edge over Baker Mayfield right now. And he has better weapons.
Yeah. He's got more than just Mike Evans, like Kirk Cousins says,
Yeah.
Like Baker just really has Mike Evans.
Yeah, and then number 2, I would say the Buccaneers. But I won't be shocked if both of them go to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And number 3, I'll probably say the Saints. And I'll agree. I think Des will still be the first head coach to be fired.
I don't think he gets fired unless they're in last place.
See, here's the thing. I think both the Saints and the Panthers are going to suck ass.
Yeah.
Because I don't see both of them winning more than 4 games.
Here's the real question: do the Panthers win more than 2 games compared to the last 2 years?
I say yeah for sure because I think I think their head coaches has the capability to bring that team at least win more than 2 games. Obviously, like I would be shocked if they go 500. To be honest, but at the same time, they're still pretty much almost the same roster as last year. Yeah, I would say the Saints and the Panthers, and the house. Yeah, like I said, I will be shocked if Denzel will be the first head coach to be fired.
All right, then let's
but
get
who
to
knows? Because that GM really likes his coaches like Jerry Jones.
Yeah, we'll see. If anything, I think he'll probably get fired at like the end of the season, probably.
Probably.
I mean, the Saints, they're just so fucked with their cap situation, dude. Like, they're just not going to be a good team, like, for a while. Like, I don't see them being
always are every single year.
Because they take all that money and push it back, and it gains, like, interest and shit like that, and so it's even more. And they keep pushing it back, and eventually Uncle Sam's going to come knocking at the door to collect that money. And by Uncle Sam, I mean Roger Goodell. Yeah, I mean, the Saints are going to be like one of the worst teams in the league in a couple of years. Like, they are not going to be a Super Bowl contender for a long time.
I can see it being like one of the newer 0-win teams in the future.
Yeah, I mean, with the game expanding to 17 and then probably 18 games either next year or the year after that, I feel like it's going to be harder to see a winless team. But I can definitely see it. I mean, think of how bad that team would have to be to go to like 0-18.
Fucking imagine. I mean, worse than the Browns and the Lions.
I know, it sucks. Like, they need to put those teams in Madden. Like, put the 2017 Browns and put the 08 Lions in Madden and just sim it. Like, this is the shit Madden should be doing. Have legacy teams, and that's a legacy team, dude. The two teams only go 0-16. Like, you can have, like, they should have, like, a game mode where you play as the 2017 Browns and you're taking on the 1985 Chicago Bears or the 07 Patriots. EA, you have a license to print money, which I guess you guys already do because this Madden sucks and you guys still made a shitload of money off of it. But you guys could make even more money if you would do that. All right, let's get to the NFC East. Nobody's won this division back-to-back years in over 20 years. So going by that logic, I'm going with the Eagles to win the division. Cowboys in second. Like, they may not be that good, but they're still somehow going to win 10 games and probably be a wild card team. Giants probably win like 5 games. They suck. Drew Lock didn't look that much better in the preseason game compared to Daniel Jones. Like, they both kind of played like shit. So I feel like they really don't have much going for them, like, quarterback-wise. But I could still see them maybe winning 5 games because they get to play Washington twice. Yeah. And I think only he's going to win like 2 games.
But my predictions, it's tough. It's really depending on if Dak Prescott can stay healthy or not.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, even if he doesn't, I think the Cowboys would still be better than the Giants and the Commanders.
Oh, yeah, that's no question. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Eagles. I think their roster is a little bit more better and more healthier than Cowboys. And like I said, it's not really like from country mile. It's like a very neck and neck.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll go to Cowboys. Even if Dak goes down, I can see him maybe win. If Dak goes down, I can see him maybe win 9 games. Number 3, I'm actually go with the Commanders. Because I think Jane Daniels is going to pop off this year. He's not going to have like a CJ Stroud year, but he's going to have a really good year.
I mean, the best thing is that he's got Scary Terry.
Yeah. You got Scary Terry. You guys one of the best receiving running backs in the league. Austin Eckler. Thank you for Commanders getting him because he was a headache for the Raiders.
He's on his last legs, though. He's like, what, 31?
Yeah. But still, when he's healthy, he's scary.
29.
And 29. Close enough. That's like €60 for running back age.
Yeah, he's about to draw some AARP.
For real. And number 4 is going to be the Giants because Drew Luck looked like ass and Daniel Jones is not even better.
Dude threw 3 interceptions in a preseason game. And that
That's
pick
such
6.
a giant stat line. I ever heard one.
Yeah, and then like in that interception, I mean, granted they were playing the Texans, who are a really good team, but that interception was still like inexcusable.
Yeah.
And like Devin Singletary, who's supposed to be their starting running back, he had 10 carries for 20 yards, you know?
Ew.
Yeah. So it's only 2 yards a carry, and half of those yards came on 1 carry because he had his longest run was 10 yards.
Oh, okay. So a good majority of that yards came from 1 carry.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'd be worried if I was a Giants fan.
If I'm them, I start Tommy DeVito.
I mean, not gonna lie, they should.
They really should.
Because he didn't play that bad last year. He didn't play great, but there was promise.
Well, Drew Luck didn't play last game. I know he sucked against the Lions the week before. Yeah, because he went 4 for 10 for 17 yards and an interception.
And not only that, he's a fan favorite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go with Tommy DeVito and let his agent be on the sideline for every game.
I will actually watch a Giants game if that happens.
I mean, unfortunately, I'm going to have to watch at least 2 of them this year. Because they play the Cowboys on Thursday night, week 4. And then I can't remember when the other game is. Looking it up right now. They play the Cowboys again in week 13. Oh, yeah, that's the Thanksgiving game. Ew. That's the Thanksgiving game? Come on, NFL. You're going to ruin people's Thanksgiving by making them watch the Giants.
Who's the Lions base?
That's a good question. Probably the
Maybe
Bears.
they'll save us.
I bet you it's the Bears or the Packers. It is the Bears.
That's better than the Cowboys and Giants.
Yeah, I figured they would face the Lions. You know, Caleb Williams, first Thanksgiving. I wonder what the late
Chicago at Detroit too. Ooh.
Yeah, the Lions always play in Detroit on Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What's the late game? Oh, Miami at Green Bay. And then
well, I know it's gonna be cold that day.
and then the Black Friday game is going to be you guys against the Chiefs.
That's gonna be a hell of a game.
It's in Kansas City.
Because we ruined their Christmas, and I know for a fact they're going to take revenge.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was my Super Bowl last year.
I know. I need
seeing
to
all the Swifties pissed off, and Travis and Kelsey crying, and Patrick Mahomes is furious. It's like,
need to go back and listen to some of the episodes from last season. See, like
I do. I need to find which episode that was.
I mean, they have the dates on Spotify. It'll tell you the date the episode's uploaded. So just look for the one after Christmas.
You know, I bet
it is. It's probably episode 39 or 38. Because 37's a solo. 37 and 36 are solo episodes from me. So yeah, it's either 38 or 39. I love the episode.
Oh.
The title for it. What?
I'm reading the titles of those two.
I think it's 39 because didn't those Chris Jericho accusations come out on Christmas Day?
Yeah.
But I'm looking at some of these titles. The Raiders Suck, episode 30. Dak for MVP, back-to-back episodes. I had Dak for MVP. We also had
Turdunkins.
I know, and I have is Eminem washed, and it's like, well, that got disproven. I'd like to think he watched that episode. But yeah,
He's
I remember
us talking. Diss track on us.
I would love that. But yeah, because I remember we talked about turduckins for like 20 minutes on that episode. Hey, episode 29, I'm proud of that thumbnail.
29. Yeah. That's a good one.
Episode 25 is a good one. The Cowboys/Raiders suck. Miami 70 points. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon divorce. Just to tell you where we were at last year. I'm going to have to rewatch episode 23 because I was just telling somebody you should see the smile on my face once Aaron Rodgers got hurt.
CM Punk to the WWE? Well, that turned out to be true.
Yep. God, episode 15, Xbox buys COD. That feels like so long ago. Episode 14, fuck scammers, GTA rant, NBA Finals recap, almost Eskimo Bros. I'm going to have to listen to the Almost Eskimo Bros because I don't know about that one. Like, I don't remember how... I'm assuming it's you and me almost became Eskimo Bros. I don't... Or maybe it's someone... I'm going to have to re-listen to it. Episode 12, Ja Morant is done. Our favorite NFL players of all time, house catches on fire. That's when I was playing The Sims and my house caught on fire during the game. Episode 11, the worst job ever. That was the Cleveland Project. Episode 10, this is a good one. Jackson Mahomes arrested. AEW rant. WWE/NFL draft reviews. Is Madden 23 good?
Answer is no.
Episode 9, that was a solo episode because somebody took an edible before the podcast.
It made a good story.
WWE draft predictions. Why did games take forever to come out? I bet you were talking about like Dragon Age and Mass Effect.
Probably.
Will Aaron Rodgers be traded to the Jets?
Oh, yep.
Episode 8, almost dying from COVID. Madden and GTA 5 rant. Top 10 Naruto fights. God, remember when we used to do top 5?
You know what's funny?
Episodes?
I've been thinking about rewatching Naruto recently.
Dude, shit, it's the greatest show ever.
Like, I'm like full on like rewatching the Naruto and then Shippuden. I might give Boruto one more try.
God, remember when we used to do top 5 list every episode?
Man, those were good old days.
I guess.
Life was simple.
They were hard as fuck to think of, like, what should we do this week? Because I wanted to do something like Laughing on the Sidelines, how they have a draft every week. I wanted to stab something like that. So I was like...
I remember we did a top 5 list, and it was like, what was it, like the hottest men? I picked all bald guys.
It was hottest celebrities, and you picked all bald guys. Because that's episode 4, which is our highest rated episode ever on Spotify. Our highest viewed episode on Spotify is top 5 hottest celebs. Ryan Reynolds, obviously, in parentheses. Lots of Naruto talk. WWE Elimination Chamber review. Because I think the Naruto talk was when part 1 ended, and I was catching you guys up to speed on what had happened.
Yeah. This is when we had fucking Adam Curtis on here.
Yeah,
that's right.
Trying to remember who my top 5 hottest celebs was because I know it's definitely changed since then. I think I had Ryan Reynolds. I know I had Becky Lynch because she's always number 1. I think I had Britt Baker, which she would probably be off my list. I I had to. You guys were giving me shit for my list, and that was before I found out you guys were gay. Man, we gotta redo that list actually, because Sydney Sweeney's got to be on there now.
Yeah, we could do that. I was thinking like we could pick our top 5 like anime main characters.
That'd be hard. I mean, number 1 would be easy for me, but the rest would be hard. I don't know. This is shit we should have done during the off season, not a week and 2 weeks before NFL season kicks
Shut
off.
up.
We'll just start rehashing old episodes in March.
Remastering old episodes.
Yeah. I mean, hell, yeah, we'll do top 5 hottest celebs once NFL season's over and there isn't shit to talk about, and instead of skipping like a week at a time like we were doing.
Yeah.
We'll just. I gotta think about this list now. I'm gonna have to re-listen to that one too because I can't remember my top 5. I know 3 of them: Becky, Britt Baker, Ryan Reynolds. I feel like you have to have Ryan Reynolds on there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I think Britt Baker. I don't know, man. I think it's more of I just hate AEW, and that's why I don't want Britt Baker on my list. But she's also like still smoking hot. But it's also coming out that she's a major cunt too. So I don't know. But hell, you didn't have. Well, I don't know. Would you?
I didn't really take my list serious, to be honest.
Yeah, because I know like now you would probably have Rhea Ripley on your list.
Oh yeah, for sure, no question.
Yeah. And I feel like I'd have to have Liv Morgan on mine because, goddamn.
Oh yeah, me too.
I think my list would be all blondes except for Becky because Becky's always number 1.
You know what? That's a preview for next episode. Top 5.
Yeah. Before we go, I am going to show this pic of Liv Morgan that she uploaded on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
you saw it.
Yeah.
God, dude, this almost caused me to wreck in traffic the other day when I saw it.
Oh yeah, that gives me a happy tent.
Like, dude, she is on fucking fire right now. Like, looks wise, in the ring wise, promo wise, like, she's on fire right now, dude. She's killing it. Dominic Mysterio, you lucky bastard. I hate you.
Yeah, fucking for real. Fuck you, Dom.
Yeah, you're a bitch.
More like dumb. Oh.
More like dumb Mysterio.
Got him.
Checkmate, liberal. All right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Fuck, what are we gonna do next week? We should save these predictions probably for next week. We'll predict something with the NFL, and then the week after that, I think is when the season kicks off because it kicks off on like the 8th, I think, and what's the 21st, and then we got a week to figure it out. We'll do something. Maybe we'll predict like award winners and shit like that, like our prediction for like MVP and shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're not going to do every single award though, because that's freaking hard. Like, we'll just pick like
maybe MVP, offensive player, defensive player.
Yeah, comeback player, like rookie of the year. Like even if Caleb Williams sucks, I feel like he'll win it. You know, so yeah. Preview for next week. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. I thought we weren't recording for a second. I was about to be pissed.